Hey, it's me, Jimmy D, and welcome to the Knights of the Round of the Geek table.
We actually have a table this time.
Yeah, we have a table.
For now.
For the second time in a row.
And it is round.
It's on loan.
This is Soul, this is John, and we're going to talk about reboots. Today.
Remakes, reboots,
remakes,
remasters,
anything.
This is the discussion.
You want to start with movies since it's more generic?
Yeah, movies, because sitting around here, I kind of had a general idea of racking my brain of what the fuck could we honestly talk about, because like I'm drawing a blank. Like, we're gonna do reboots and remakes.
What's the most recent one is Ghostbusters, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to start with that one because it's the most recent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just start with Ghostbusters.
So I still yet to see it.
I enjoyed it.
I refuse to see it.
I
I know the plot, and I've seen a lot of it.
Oh yeah, I know. I pretty much have seen the movie due to reviews.
Well, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen the movie. Unfortunately,
yeah.
And that's not even the movie. That's just the advertising.
I've seen it twice. Once in 2D, once in 3D.
Oh, God.
My sister liked it. You liked it. I cannot stand it.
Because, okay, I didn't go in thinking of it as a reboot or a sequel. I just went into it thinking of it as its
the thing is, that movie if it was not a Ghostbusters movie, it would have been fun.
Yeah.
But the problem is they slapped Ghostbusters on it really for profit. If it was just not even a chick flick, but just a comedy with women in it, like Bridesmaids before, that with Paul Feig also did, it would have been fine.
The problem was Paul Feig.
I don't think it would.
No, the problem is not Paul Feig, because Paul Feig has made two really good movies. I like Bridesmaids, and I love Spy.
The thing is, if this wasn't a Ghostbusters movie, it would have been fine, because Paul Feig made what he would have done, and Paul Feig is good for what he does.
Yeah.
He's just not good at making a Ghostbusters movie. They got the wrong guy.
See,
the problem is with the Ghostbusters movie is everybody wants it to be the Ghostbusters movie.
You can never beat the original Ghostbusters.
I saw
the original Ghostbusters. I remember watching a review, and a guy pretty much said, like, the original Ghostbusters was basically lightning in a bottle. You can never remake it.
No.
You can never rekindle it.
No.
It was one of those really weird experiences.
They tried. Ghostbusters
2. They did, which I love. I love Ghostbusters 2.
I like Ghostbusters 2 too. I mean,
the scene where they're like, the Titanic has come. And it's like,
better late than never.
We came, we kicked his ass again.
What I saw online that it originally that Sony went to Paul Feig to direct it, and he said the only way he would redo it if it wasn't a sequel, because Sony wanted it to be Ghostbusters 3 in a way.
You couldn't. I mean,
I would have liked what I wanted to see, and what I feel like a lot of Ghostbusters fans wanted to see, was basically a Star Wars Episode 7 of Ghostbusters. Mm-hmm. The original cast returned, handed it off, and then left. Because obviously the original cast's old. Harold Ramis already passed away. You couldn't have done that.
Bill Murray has said for years, even though it was weird, he did the video game, but he's like, no, there will never be a Ghostbusters 3. Why the fuck not?
I just saw there was a video on that. It was actually by Angry Video Game Nerd James Rolfe, which obviously wasn't an Angry Video Game Nerd episode, but it was him talking about the history of it. And it was funny because Bill Murray's like flip-flops multiple times.
Yeah.
Like he said no, then he did the video game, and I was like, well, that was actually kind of fun. And then so they started up again, and he was like, nah, never mind. And it was just
and then he's like, I'll be in on Ghostbusters 3 as long as I'm a ghost.
And I think the problem, because everyone was like, why don't you just make it without him? You can do it. Supposedly, I think he owns a little bit of the Ghostbusters.
He does.
Franchise.
He does. So. Please, this is Bill fucking Murray. I love Bill Murray. Bill. If you really want a good emphasis on Bill Murray and just the guy as a character as a whole, watch Wisecrack's video on the philosophy of Bill Murray. It is fascinating of what they've been able to see out of a guy who basically lives his life like there is. I hate to say this cliche. There is no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, he's a great actor. He's funny. He's great. I just personally, as far as Ghostbusters go, I think he's a pain in the ass. Or at least for any Ghostbusters fan, he's been the thorn in the side. We like him, but he's also a pain in the ass.
Here's the thing. We all want Bill Murray. I kind of grow tired of Dan Aykroyd because like everything he's in, he feels like he has to be funny and to like legitimately just be funny.
Well, yeah, he used to be funny. It was the same thing with what's his name, Ben Stiller.
Yeah,
where he was like he used to be funny, and then most people talked about what was that movie he did? Little
Fockers.
Not Little Fockers. It was he played like I think it was the Devil's Son.
I have no idea.
Devil's Son.
I've seen
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Not Ben Stiller.
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
God,
Let's say Ben Stiller was never the
Little Nicky. Little Nicky.
Yes.
That's what most people point. I thought it was
Eat
okay.
some Popeye's chicken.
That movie is dog shit.
Well, most people.
It's hilarious.
That's where people start saying that he was going.
But it's fucking
down
hilarious.
Adam
No,
Sandler's
like
route.
that's even the hardcore Adam Sandler fans, and I have met them.
Oh,
they will
it's
say
one of the worst, but
they
it's
will-
so fucking funny.
they will say, I love all of Adam Sandler, even Grown
He's
Ups,
fucking-
even Grown Ups 2, which is a colossal piece of shit.
Oh.
But Little Nicky was the one that they all have said, I really can't defend Little Nicky.
You can't defend it, but I will still fucking sit down and watch it because, especially that scene. Well, one, the Popeye's chicken, like it gets mentioned so much, and like the demons are eating Popeye's chicken. They're like, it's fucking delicious. and
I was fucking it's like, no,
it makes you want
no,
Popeye's. One.
I know. Why?
The dog talking and he fucks a rat. Like
I don't. It's a terrible.
But we should,
fucking
okay,
movie.
let's guide this back.
Let's guide that back because I'll be here all day.
So, okay, we're talking about
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. So you've seen it.
Yeah.
What did you think of the movie? Like, what would you rate it on almost? Just, give us what you think of the movie.
My grade for it would be a D+.
Okay.
The only reason it went up was the performances of Leslie Jones and Kate McKinnon. Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy did shit for this movie.
It's their generic Kristen Wiig and Kate
Well,
McCarthy.
It wasn't even generic Melissa McCarthy in the movie. Melissa McCarthy wasn't being Melissa McCarthy in the movie.
Notice how we knocked out Chris Hemsworth?
Oh,
We didn't even mention him because he was just, ugh.
Chris Hemsworth.
he was sitting there in a fish
Motherfucker,
tank.
you're Thor and that's all you are.
There was a phone in a fish tank, and he was like,
No.
I was like, what?
So,
And like there was no lenses in his glasses,
Yeah,
and he went inside his glasses and scratched it. I was like, the fuck?
Yeah.
so, but in terms of a remake, though, do you think it needed to exist?
No, it didn't need to exist. I wasn't like, oh, I need a Ghostbusters movie because Ghostbusters was 1 and 2,
No,
and that's it.
Here's the thing, I don't think it needs to exist either. And you know why I don't think it needs to exist? Because I think if you honestly need a Ghostbusters thing, just go watch the documentary on Netflix, Ghost Heads.
I watched that.
Ghost Heads. They're doing more for the Ghostbusters property than the Ghostbusters movie actually has done.
It's kind of okay. I don't know if y'all saw the trailer. It came out 2 days ago.
What?
It's a reboot of the Ring series. Okay.
I saw like the
I
thumbnail
don't
of it.
think.
Okay.
I don't think it's a
watch it.
reboot. I think it's.
It's
third.
a sequel, but it's also
Well,
rebooting.
I
Because
mean-
look at the last time a Ring movie came out.
2007.
The original
Yeah.
Ring, though, was in itself a remake of the
Okay,
Japanese
but
Ring.
the way they're doing it, because technology has gotten so big, it looks fucking terrifying.
It looks
Because
terrifying, but I wonder.
the flat screen falls on the fucking ground,
Yeah.
and like it starts lifting up, and she's reaching out, and then because
Here's my
the
problem.
video
on
gets
TV.
the video gets put on YouTube.
Here's my thing. I got the devil's advocate.
Yeah.
It may look scary, but
It probably isn't, but
this could be a fucking paranormal activity.
yes, it
Where
could.
we all lost where everyone lost their shit for that first paranormal
Because
activity.
the first one brought back a style and way that it hadn't been around.
But then by the
Didn't
fourth
do
movie,
well.
where
The
Oh,
second
yeah.
one was better
Well, they
than
got-
the first one.
I actually like the second one, but yeah, but then of course they milked the shit out of it.
I know. Then by the
Yeah.
fourth one, it's like we're using the Xbox's like Connect screen.
Well, wasn't that
But then Ghost Adventures have started using the Xbox Connect.
the first time I saw that I was like, that looks a lot like Connect, and then they showed it, and I was like,
Yeah, it is Connect.
But they don't say it's Xbox
No,
Connect.
and
say
then they built the Connect into like a gun thing.
I know.
and it's different.
stupid. It's stupid. Let's just call it as it
the
is.
damn thing recognizes my bookcase as a person. Like, come on.
Yeah. It's fucking stupid. And yeah, it was coming to a point where audiences were. It wasn't like audiences were kind of realizing this was bullshit because it's not like remember the series The Purge,
Yeah.
where they admit right away in the first movie this is stupid.
Yeah.
This is stupid. This is some bullshit. This way, by the third movie, you're having fun because you're
Yeah.
like, oh god, yes.
The problem with my biggest problem with the Purge isn't even so much of the movies; it's the audience. Because you say that, however, I remember when the first Purge came out, everyone was like, "Oh man, what if this could actually happen?" Like,
Yeah.
there were a lot of people like
I know,
that. And I was
yeah,
like,
there are people who
"You're
are still like
stupid."
that.
And there's less now, but there still exists. That's why those movies have always rubbed me the wrong way. Not so much because they're just scary movies. But
So what
The
other-
election year, I think Okay, with Purge election year, they want to. I haven't seen it, but like I know, basically know, you know what it's about.
Oh fuck yeah.
It's
It's
in
the same
DC,
movie.
but there's
It's like Sharknado.
the senator in the movie played by that blonde-haired woman
Yeah,
from
whatever.
And then her
Lost and all.
security guard,
She
who played
wants
Crossbones. I don't
she
remember her
wants
name.
to end the purge because she was part of it. Not too,
By
a
the
few years
first-
back,
so
and they
strange.
killed her children.
I remember when
and
they showed the part of the trailer where it's like the desk of like old white guys, like we have to stop her. And I'm like, oh,
okay,
God,
the
come
dude,
on.
the oldest man in there, the one who's like senator, like he was from I saw him in season 2 of The 100. That's
Oh
on
my
the
God.
CW,
I've yet to watch it.
and
though.
he playing the same fucking character. Like,
well, some people have their niche, and it's like who doesn't?
let me tell you, he looks identical. Legit, they probably could have pulled a scene out from The 100 and put it in The Purge, and no one would have fucking noticed. Because he's legit, he looks like he's wearing actual one of the suits he wore in The 100. And like, his voice is no different.
my
He's
God.
not doing anything different. It's legit
But
the same.
like I said, they've admitted, like, fucking it's like the show movie Sharknado. We know this is stupid.
Oh my God.
We know this is stupid.
Okay. This is gonna.
I actually think that hurts Sharknado more than it helps it, honestly, because I feel like they've started to like the first movie was bad, but I feel like they put effort into it somewhat. I feel
now they're making them just to be
The
bad.
thing is, they're like, now we're just gonna make it. When you make a movie to be bad, it's not good.
I don't
Okay,
care.
That's why movies like The Wicker Man, they tried. I mean, it's hilarious,
Look,
but
I
they
don't-
tried.
Look,
That's
I
what
don't
makes it
care
funny.
with Sharknado 4. You had a flaming tornado of sharks attack a train
Okay.
going 80 miles
Shark-
an hour.
And
Shark.
then,
This is
Monsters
going to
Ball.
say something about me, but in Sharknado 3, when they went to the NASCAR, went to NASCAR race, you know what they did to get that scene? One, they just pulled a actual race coverage and just CGI'd shark on top of the real race, and that's it. They didn't film nothing. It was a legit where a
Because
car
they make the
is
movies for
flipping.
cheap.
It is so fucking cheap, and then fucking recycled a race that happened like 2 months back.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, what? And like, then they like green screen 2 of the worst NASCAR drivers, like everyone hates. And then they're like, all they did was record him going, "Oh hell no," and like that was it. And like his car.
Wasn't that the subtitle for
That was the
Sharknado 3?
fucking title of the
Sharknado 3,
movie.
oh hell no.
Yeah. I was like, are you for real? And like, they did the guy who said, "Oh hell no," did a Sharknado car for the race
God.
that happened the weekend of the movie release, and it legit was his normal car, and he just had a fucking shark sticker on the side. Like they did no effort to make it a paint scheme. They just shark. It was like the synopsis of the movie. So like, take everything else,
We should
shark.
probably go back to the original subject.
Well,
by the way.
no, here's the thing. We're done with Ghostbusters because I think we've
Well,
all
I mean,
kinda
just
Yeah.
admitted
reboots
that.
and remakes stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Speaking of, because you brought it up, Wicker Man. Oh God, Wicker Man.
Nicolas Cage.
First of all, our Lord and
Okay.
Savior, Nicolas Cage.
I keep telling my dad, he's like, "What's your thing with Nicolas Cage?" I'm like, "He's a national treasure."
Yes.
Figuratively and
Yeah.
literally.
He's like, "What do you keep saying that?" It's like, "Have you ever seen The Wicker Man?" He's like, "No."
Yeah, you need.
Oh my god. Like the Wicker Man is
What was that?
okay. So I didn't know it was a reboot when like my mom loves Nicolas Cage.
I didn't know either.
So like she just rented this movie. It was Nicolas Cage and like because at the time Nicolas Cage
No,
wasn't the
that's not the best moment in the fucking movie.
he hadn't made Ghost Rider 2 yet, and
But this was Nicolas Cage, like before bankruptcy and before making.
It was right teetering.
It was
steady. Yes. But no, she's like, "Oh, Nicolas Cage movie. Let's get this and watch it." So we rented it and my mom has this thing of renting these movies. Like she picks the movie and the fucking main character dies and the movie is shit. And we're sitting there watching it and like it gets to the scene where they break his fucking legs and we're like, "The fuck?" And then the bees go in his mouth and we're like, "What the fuck are we watching?" Mom, you're not in charge of picking a damn movie again.
No, the best part. Okay, first of all,
bear scene?
yes. First of all, I love in The Wicker Man his obsession with trains. And every time he falls asleep, he wakes up immediately with a train coming at him.
The girl.
He had a bad relationship with the train man. Calm down.
Oh my god! Like,
But the bear scene is, in my opinion, one of the top 10 best scenes in all of cinema.
What is it? What's wrong, sister?
There's Casablanca, there's the opening to The Wolf of Wall Street, there's Goodfellas, there's Say Hello to My Little Friend, there's
Why so serious?
Why So Serious, there's what the fuck else is there? There's
Cape Fear.
There's Cape Fear, there's Roswell, there's
Beginning of Jaws, which
the
is
beginning of Jaws, there's the first time you
Back
see
to the
like
Future.
Back to the Future, there's the first time there's the Thriller music video, there's Rosebud.
specific music video.
There's
Well, it
Rosebud.
technically was a movie.
And
So.
then in the critical of crowning cinema, there's Nicolas Cage in a bear suit punching bitches out.
What is it? What's wrong, sister?
Oh my god.
Oh god, damn. That's such a good
movie. I love it so much.
It's trash. I wouldn't even give that a dog shit rating because that puts it.
I'm sorry. I gotta give Wicker Man an A+. I have to give it an A+ just because of the bear suit. The bear scene alone.
Have you ever seen the one? I've only seen bits of it, so I know it should be awesome. But it's the one where he's a vampire, or Nicolas Cage is a vampire. At least he thinks he is. I don't know if that's.
Yes.
But he's running down the street. He's like, "I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire!" Like, that's Nicolas Cage.
No. Yes, it is. I think it's like eternal. It's like Eternal Vampire, but it's the one where you first. It's the debut of the Nicolas Cage face, where he gets the crazy eyes and the.
Yeah.
Well, if I could do this, then you could see that I'm just not that afraid. That was the birth of where the Nick Cage face.
Well,
meme
from
came.
there, he went on, and every time he does like a crazy performance, which is. But I saw Ghost Rider again the other day, the original,
Yeah.
the second
Yeah.
one, which was okay. The first one was not bad.
Yeah,
the
I
second one was
enjoyed
just
the
trash.
first one.
Anyway,
Second one has its moments.
the second one, like I knew it was gonna be bad because I saw an interview with the directors before the movie came
Oh, yeah.
out, and they're such assholes, and I was like, oh no. Anyway, but I was watching Ghost Rider, and it was funny because where the scenes were like she's drinking jelly beans out of the whatchamacallit glass, and he's watching like chimpanzees like doing karate stuff, and I'm like, I wonder if that was in the script, or is that just Nicolas Cage?
That's Nicolas Cage going to his agent going, all right, listen here right here. I will do this movie with
As long
only
as we get a
one
scene of
thing.
me
watching
eating
the
jelly
chimpanzee doing, and it's a martini with blue jelly
martini
beans.
glass.
A martini, but I have to do that. Well, why, Nick? Well, what about the crazy elephant driving the unicycle on the explosion of the Mad Max car? We can't get
And
that.
then he turns
Can
it
you-
back on, and it's the cartoon of a spooky, scary skeleton. And I was
Yes.
like,
Or the best part, and I love his one-liners. It's like, sorry, hell of the day, hair's on fire.
oh god! And
Okay.
again, that was my poor dad. He was like, "Why does he do that?" And I'm like, "Well, I could probably explain it away with the plot, but I get the impression that's just Nicolas Cage."
It's Nicolas. You can tell in certain moments when it's Nicolas Cage. Like, remember in Kick-Ass when they started burning him alive? They started burning alive Nicolas Cage, and he just starts randomly singing a song. I'm like, that's not in the script. That's Nicolas Cage just going, never fighting before.
Okay, let's move on to actual good reboots or remakes.
Okay, well, I think I'll start with this one. And this is kind of a quote-unquote controversial thing, not nearly as bad as like Ghostbusters, but I liked the 2014 remake of Godzilla.
Yes, I was
Yes.
going to
I
say
actually
that.
like that.
I was going to say that.
I hated that they killed Bryan Cranston within the first
I don't have
fucking 15
I have problems
minutes.
with it, but I actually liked it overall.
I mean,
My problem with that biggest movie is you don't see Godzilla till the fucking end.
yeah.
Well, you see it, and it's like, cut.
It's like, oh no, there's Godzilla. You guys wanted Godzilla? He's on this TV right here. Yeah, he's right there. And then it's at the very end where it's
It's the fight.
where it's like, okay, no, here's all right, fine. We got through all the boring
What
shit.
I would have done,
Here's Godzilla.
what I would have done is actually, I wouldn't have minded they cut it away if you actually just saw a little bit more before they cut it away.
But because they have already announced a sequel,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and it's like they are doing Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah. Ghidorah. So it's like, yes, this is the shit we want to
that'll
see in a
probably correct.
Godzilla.
And even if everything else in that movie is shit, the monsters.
Because here's the thing. That's what everybody said. That's what everybody said about Godzilla. We don't give a shit about the human stuff. But when it went to Godzilla fighting at the end, I want more of that.
Well, that's the thing, because you have two different Godzilla fans. Because you have like the quote unquote true fans, the people who love the the Japanese version.
The Japanese version
stuff
of-
comes up
of
because in
King
the original,
Gojira.
especially the original Godzilla.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of human stuff, and I think
Yeah.
that's what they were trying to do in this. But a lot of people didn't really want that. But that's
No,
what they
they
did.
wanted-
Well,
Godzilla.
they wouldn't have minded so much if they wouldn't fucking kill Bryan Cranston in the
That's
first
true.
place.
Yeah, if Bryan Cranston was the guy you follow, because he's such a good actor, I think it would have been much.
it would have been
And so
fine
we
because
could
he
follow
would have
his-
had your interest
his
the entire
stupid
time.
ass son, which
Who
no one
you-
gave
no
a
one
fuck.
knew.
No one knew, and the time they tried to introduce, no one gave a fuck about
No.
it because it's like you kill Bryan
The,
Cranston.
the
that's what you
trailer
care.
was like Bryan Cranston and Godzilla.
Well, no. Here's my problem with trailers, and this is what people need to realize.
Yeah.
Anytime in a trailer they say "and Bryan Cranston," that is
He's
pretty
dead.
much secret movie knowledge for the guy's gonna die.
It's I don't know, but that was not a. Which is funny, by the way. The guy who plays Bryan Cranston's son in that movie and his wife are also Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in Age of Ultron. Did you know that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they play brother and sister, and I was like, that makes me feel weird. Like,
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Just
like you could see the brain.
yeah.
No, just imagine now all they have to do is throw Bryan Cranston in the
Ultra.
No. In
Infinity
the
War?
Infinity War with the poster that a fan made that totally looks like it as Stan Lee. Because
Oh, you showed me
I
that.
know. I
That
showed,
shit-
there
that
was a,
shit.
there was a poster a fan made of pretty much it was
It was the Stan Lee story?
Yeah, it was a
It was
Stan Lee
Bryan Cranston as
as
Stan
Stan
Lee.
Lee. But it's like, and the tagline was sometimes to make a universe you have to create your own. I was like, I don't care if that's a fan made fake. I
Okay.
want it now.
I watched that.
I will watch.
They're probably gonna wait until he passes away before they do that. Though.
I don't care. That would be amazing.
But oh goodness. But okay, yeah, I like the.
it's better than the 1999 version of Godzilla.
Oh yeah, that's funny because
That was. I feel like when they were making that movie, they're like, let's take Ferris Bueller and mix it with Jurassic Park.
the thing with that movie is it's interesting because Studio Toho, who makes the original Godzilla's from, they stopped making Godzilla. They were like, no, we're done. Then that movie came out, and then they brought him back, and they had to make another movie because they were like, no, we can't do this anymore. Because that was Godzilla 2000, which a lot of people thought was a sequel to the 1999 one. It was funny. I know this because, again, I watched James Rolfe because when he did a thing, and he said he was working at a movie theater where he saw people like walk out of the Godzilla 2000, and it's like, why don't the mouths match the words? Because they thought it was a sequel to the 1999 movie, although it was a Japanese movie, but they dub over. But
That's the thing about like, and plus, we following Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
that's the project.
Matthew Broderick, that's a lot of fish. Shut up.
Just soldier.
I will take that, and I will. This is the reason why I also like the 2014 version, was you had the greatest line I think ever uttered in any kind of fight movie or giant monster movie. Let them fight. You could just and that's something you could just throw in any movie. Just have it be like
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. Let them fight. You would immediately turn on the Mortal Kombat music and just yes.
But, yeah, I like that movie, and now they're, like you said, they're going to do a sequel to all those monsters, and they're also doing King Kong to set up them fighting.
That's gonna be awesome.
Oh my god, the King Kong trailer.
I'm interested to see. Because there's a lot of good actors in that.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson, John
It'll be interesting to see,
Goodman.
because I was scared originally, because I was like, when I first heard they were going to do Godzilla vs. King Kong, this past before Toho just actually released a new Godzilla movie. Before that, the 2014 Godzilla, he's the biggest Godzilla there ever was. He's like skyscraper height.
Yeah.
King Kong's not that big. King Kong climbs skyscraper. So I was like, how are they going to have them fight? Like Godzilla would step on it.
You see a monkey just
what they're
climbing
going to do is,
all around.
unfortunately,
It's like
they're going to shrink down Godzilla, which
I don't think they scaled in the trailer. You don't see much of King Kong. They scaled him up because you see
because
his
they're
feet.
standing inside the skulls.
Yeah, they're standing inside. So, and there's this quick where the camera pans up and you see his legs, and then it like cuts out.
Yeah.
And the legs were like over the horizon. Like he's big. I don't think he's gonna be.
All I'm saying is that when King Kong and Godzilla fight, I want it to be in the same universe as the Avengers, because I want them to call the Avengers and be like, "Look, we got a problem." They realize this and like, oh, we can fight Thanos.
Loki caused
we can
this
fight,
shit.
like we can fight Thanos. We can,
AC/DC Iron Man comes in.
yeah, and then he realizes who it is, and he just flies back down. It's like, no,
I'm here.
no,
Oh,
no,
never mind.
no.
I'm out. I'm going to meet the Guardians.
It's like, look, man, is Thanos back? Like, we'll fight
yes,
him
I will take an
instead.
order of Thanos, please.
We'll fight him instead.
But it had the Kong movie. It had
Kong
so
movie-
many good actors in it.
So Kong looks good, which is that in and of itself is going to be a remake like Godzilla.
Yeah.
Godzilla was decent, had a lot of potential. I think the sequel is going to be better. I hope it is.
Yeah.
So those are good. What other good remakes?
Well, let's talk about television.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
television is really hard because
The Flash is a remake. Because remember,
Flash is a
Yeah.
remake of 1999. Well, the thing with I don't really count superhero shows as remakes because it's like
That's true.
whether they're doing a movie or they're doing a cartoon, they're doing an animated series, or they are doing a live action series. They're always kind of reintegrating
well, that's just comic books.
because it's like with the comic books. In the comic books, they reiterate the origin story every 5 to 10 years.
Okay. All right.
You know.
Well, what else would you?
They did they did a remake of Knight Rider, which was shit.
I hardly remember. I
See,
remember.
I was in middle school, so I kind of enjoyed it.
I know we were.
That's why I hardly remember it because I was.
Because I like Ghost Rider, not Ghost Rider, fucking Knight Rider.
You like Kit?
I like Kit. One, he's Feeney, which we'll bring up in a minute because Feeney. But I enjoyed it because it was because I had seen Knight Rider's reruns.
Yeah.
So this was gonna be like my generation Knight Rider, and then it was like,
It's shit.
there was more sex in that show than there was car. And I mean, in middle school, you're like, okay.
They've tried to redo a lot of the old 80s and 70s show. Like they tried to redo 90210. They tried to
Some are
redo.
good, but for example, Mission Impossible is the movies are based off of a TV show. Mission
Yeah.
Impossible, and those
They've tried to redo like Get Smart like 3 times. They had to do a television show,
With
had
Steve
to do it
Carell,
with a movie.
I like that movie. I mean, it wasn't great.
Bill
it was
Murray was a
decent.
fucking tree.
Yeah.
That's all he played in the damn movie was a dude behind a hole. in a tree.
I actually own that movie. I mean, again, I was much younger than it came out. I just thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I got some
But yeah, back to Knight Rider. Like they did they did a TV movie to start the series off, and they had David Hasselhoff and original Kit come and be the dad to the new one. But my thing is, they fucked up when they're like, Ford Mustang is going to be Kit. And then Kit was a woman's voice. And I'm like, you couldn't have got Mr. Feeney to come back? Because they're like, he's not doing anything at the time. And I'm like, are you for real?
That whole show was like, I barely remember it, but even when you said there was like more sex in it than car, they're very sex appeal. That's what he wanted a woman like, oh, drive me, that kind of a thing.
Well, I remember the first scene of the actual first episode. Well, after like they do whatever the people did in the hotel and they were leaving.
Yeah.
Like something had malfunctioned on Kit, and like the car was overheating, and like it was like 200 degrees, so they were like stripping all their clothes off in the Kit, and I was like,
It's like with the Lethal Weapon TV show they tried to make.
I never even watched that. I didn't want to.
Because here's the thing. I think it premieres in like September, but it's going to get canceled in like 8 episodes because that's why I went to Rush Hour television show.
Yeah.
That's just like it's come to a point
And
where
then
yes,
MacGyver.
I'm actually worried about, I don't know if you're keeping up with the new Star Trek Discovery is what it's called, which apparently, I think
It's on BBC.
No, it's ABC. The thing is, they're going to show the first episode on TV, and then it's only going to be on their website from then on out. Which I'm like, that
CBS
is
is
going
doing
to
a
kill
show
that
like
show.
CBS is doing a show like that, I believe too, where one of their shows is only on their streaming service.
And that's the weird thing is like if you want to kill a show fast, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Look, you better point. Look at Korra. Korra was they put it on
last season.
No, that Korra in general. Korra started off okay. Then they realized, well, we're going to keep doing it for like 2 seasons. Then around season 3, we'll change the time. And then no one realized what fucking time a new episode was. And it was like, all right, screw it.
That's Nickelodeon and Disney in general.
We're just going to put the final season online. Fuck's the point?
Nick, I don't know what the hell happened in Hulu because the other day I went and watched. You remember Danny Phantom?
Yeah.
I watched it on Hulu and I was like, wow, this
That
is actually
shit was
better than I
amazing.
remember.
It was amazing.
Because like some of the jokes in that are actually like pretty adult. And I was like, oh wow.
There's fucking NASCAR jokes, and I'm like,
Well, and the first episode, you had the guess who's the bully. It's like Flash Thompson.
Yeah.
I think his name's Dash, and he's like, and the first episode is when Sam ruins their lunch and makes it like grass on toast, and he's like, "You ruined my lunch. This is high school. After this, it's all downhill." I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
okay."
no." Danny Phantom was a lot smarter than it used than it was.
Yeah.
Like Tucker was the techie kid or the nerd. He was the nerdy black sidekick that you would get from the journey. But he was like, "No, man. Like, yeah, that's just a fucking cliche. Factuality is like, this is good for now. Come 5 years from now, once college hit, I have no idea what's gonna happen."
And it's funny because I know Sam is a goth, and I can't remember specific quotes, but she often references how just kind of like she's also a recyclotarian vegetarian. And it was just like, oh god, it's so dumb.
It's so good because it's like, yeah, you're a goth, but you're not the traditional stereotypical goth.
Well, yeah, because and she's very self-aware of what she is. It's very interesting.
It's a great show.
But Nickelodeon doesn't have those anymore. And they continue to milk SpongeBob, which died. I thought it ended at the movie, the original movie.
Yeah. And then they made a new movie which made so much bank because every stoner in there went in there and was like,
I went and saw it.
I know.
And I'm not a
I haven't
stoner.
seen it.
It's not as good as the original, but I still like. It was more SpongeBob than the original
because
movie.
they got the original creators to come back and write it.
But they didn't do music really in it. Like, it wasn't SpongeBob breaking into song every 5 minutes like the original movie.
But that was fun because it wasn't trying to be a sing-along movie, but it was fun.
Yeah.
No, but the SpongeBob original movie knew what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
It was like, look, it was meant to be, hey, guess what? We're wrapping this shit up.
Exactly.
Here's the movie.
Because that's when the original creators left after the movie, but then Nickelodeon owns the rights to SpongeBob.
And after they realized, no, we got the rights to this. This made a shit ton of bank. You don't think we're going to get rid of this shit? And then that's everyone's...
Well, I think the downfall of SpongeBob... I mean, I still watch it every now and then, but one, especially with the older people, Nickelodeon started doing that crap where you never knew when an episode would come on.
Oh, God, yes. And that's
So then I'm like... I don't know when to watch it, or like it would only be like a special every now and then. They make every fucking episode a fucking special. And...
Like, they got the show Harvey Beaks on, which is pretty good. It's a really good out because I watch a lot of like animation shows. Yeah. It's a really good animation show. You never know when the fuck it's on, and that's the problem that I don't have with Cartoon Network. I mean, not with Nickelodeon. I have a fucking Cartoon Network.
SpongeBob, he lost competition.
Oh yeah.
No other station had a cartoon to the level SpongeBob was. Because Rugrats and all of that, and SpongeBob had competition through then. Because when Rugrats ended and all the Cartoon Network shows ended, and then Disney Channel had no cartoons because they went more live action.
That's when I stopped watching Disney Channel.
But
I watched Disney XD because that's where they put a lot of their animated shows.
I watched what was that show with the Family of the Wizards? Wizards
Way
Waverly Place. I watched that a little bit,
Place.
and then I was like,
no, I didn't watch it at all. I watch XD because XD is where they show Rebels, is where they show Star Wars of Evil.
Those are pretty good.
I feel like Disney XD is the god Disney.
I watched Spider-Man on there for a while, but that started to grind my gears after a while.
They changed it so much after the first 2 seasons.
Well, because they really started to hinge it more on the team, but I was really more into. I remember the original the 90s.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's what I wanted.
And then left on that fucking cliffhanger because the show got canceled.
Well, actually, did you ever see Spectacular Spider-Man?
Yes,
that was
just supposed to be a sequel to the original Spider-Man cartoon. And is that the one where he went to the future? I think.
No, that's the other one. I forgot what that was called.
That was another.
That didn't last very long.
It was only one season, and it was good because.
But there was another one after that.
The problem with the Spider-Man show that's on there, and even like the Marvel shows that are on there, is Spider-Man lost track after 2 seasons because of the fact that it wasn't about the team anymore. Now it's going to be okay. Be here for another fucking hour.
Yeah, talking about this,
ranting about this shit.
But anyways, that's what we got on Reboots for now.
Yeah. A long ass ramble for nothing. That's what we got for now. Stay tuned for part 2 coming in 2012.
But thanks so much for watching. This is Soul. And this is John, and I will see you in the next video.
Geek out.
Later.